friends, it's time for our week ahead tarot reading for the week of June 16th to June 22nd, 2025. We have some transits happening this week. So on June 17th, Mars is going to be transiting into Virgo. This is going to give you some more energy to work on things that require more like detail orientedness or like perfectionism in a little bit of a way, or just like attention to detail. You're gonna have more energy for that. This might apply especially to like things that you've had on your to-do list for a while that you're finally just like taking responsibility to handle. So like use that if you feel the urge and you're like, oh, this is something that's been on my list for, it's making me think of like when you have something on your list for like 6 months that actually only takes you 15 minutes to do, and like you finally do it, and like you probably won't learn your lesson to like not do that again in the future. You'll keep things on your list for 6 months again. But while Mars is in Virgo, you're gonna kind of like get rid of some of those tasks that have been like burdening you for a while. Okay, so go ahead and like lean into that energy when it comes forward, especially when it comes to like things that you maybe didn't really want to do, but you just feel like I have to do it. I feel like there's a lot around like, a lot around lists. So that starts on June 17th, like I said, and especially in terms of like how that applies to your personal energy. And then on June 20th, Cancer season starts. It's also the summer solstice, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, the winter solstice. So that's a really big day. I would definitely recommend like doing something to honor that day, celebrate that day, find some joy, some lightness, some brightness. We do have a lot of Cancer energy going on because Jupiter's in Cancer, Mercury's in Cancer. So there's a lot of like and then Cancer season. So the sun will be in Cancer. So there's a lot of Cancer energy that can bring about a lot of emotions, and that's okay. Like especially emotions in your communication, that is okay. Like allow that to happen, allow that to flow, but also make sure that you're not just focusing on negative emotions. I think a lot of times we talk about emotions flowing and that we immediately go to like emotions are heavy, hard, sad. Emotions can flow, and it can be a flow of joy. Okay, so I feel like maybe welcome that that expansion of like just feeling so much like joy that maybe you're brought to tears because of the joy. Allow that, welcome that in, especially towards the end of this week and into next week as well. All right, but let's see what we have in store for you based on the cards for this week ahead. Thank you, Spirit. What does this collective need to know for this week ahead, June 16th to June 22nd, 2025? June 16th to June 22nd, 2025. The 10 of Stars came out, and that's why my eyes lit up, because I was like, this is really exciting. There's some connection to family this week, that family seems to be more important this week. I want to get some more cards out. What's going on here? Okay, so I'm seeing with the 10 of Stars, they're like, some family is important. I do feel like some of this might also be your partner's family if you're in a relationship. Your partner's family would be your family too if you're married, but I feel like that there might be somebody else that's like also very close to you where stuff is really happening with their family, and you need to like be patient with them, support them, and help them. I feel like that's part of you building with this person. Like you chose this person to be part of your chosen family. Again, this could be even like just somebody that you're very close to. So like maybe this is your best friend, something like that. But it's just like you're needing to show up for them, okay? And I think that part of your showing up is simply your presence. I'm seeing the Temperance card, so I feel like sometimes it's simply just holding space for their emotions too. Emotions are running strong for everybody, right? And so just being able to hold space for them and just be present with them. And you don't have to do that much more. Like, I think maybe you're used to doing a lot of like caretaking and acting, and like maybe acts of service. I don't mean acting like pretending. I mean like doing actions, okay? And what I'm getting is like, they really just need you to be, but they need you to be with them. So maybe that's sitting on the phone. Maybe that's just like sitting next to them in quiet, or like, just being with them, okay? because I see also the 5 of Stars crossed, and again, it's making me think like this isn't you. I feel like this is somebody more like around you that's going through this, that you're their support this week. I feel like you're really showing up for somebody that's really going through something this week. I even see like the Death card. For some people, maybe that is literally like you're showing up for somebody who they're grieving a loss in their family. Okay, that could be what's happening. Something is challenging for somebody this week though, like around you. I do feel like also, so I think that's one of the meanings of these cards. The other thing that I'm getting though is that the time where you felt alone and isolated is really coming to an end as well. With the 5 of Stars and the Death card, it feels like you're feeling more connected to somebody through this. So even though something is like really hard, I think it's almost like bringing you out of your hard times, and you're realizing how much of a gift you are. My presence alone is a gift. That affirmation is just coming through so strongly right now to me. Yeah, it's almost like you had such an attachment with the 9 of Crystals and the Devil card to your negative thoughts and beliefs. I think you were identifying with them a lot. This is so interesting. This is really resonating with, I recorded a reading earlier that I'm planning to post on TikTok. I'm wearing this shirt so you can find it easily. And it talks about like how much you're like attached to your own limitations in a way. And that's kind of coming through here. I feel like this collective, whoever's watching this video, is kind of like you're in a place of realizing that that's happening and really letting go of it. Like you were so attached to your own thoughts that were kind of like keeping you stuck, keeping you down, limiting you. And you're noticing that within yourself and having more compassion for yourself. Oh my goodness, look at this. The Queen of Cups, the Sun card, the 2 of Cups, then the Page of Crystals. Wow. So I feel like it's like you're finally having this new perspective. You have so much more compassion for yourself. You are making space for that joy. Like how I said, how emotions can be strong, but that could be strong, great emotions, crying tears of joy, happiness. Like it could be that, like welcoming that happiness in. I feel like you have this new perspective and it is allowing you to have deeper connection with somebody. I also feel like that idea of like my presence alone is a gift, because you're just showing up and just being with somebody, and not doing, you're just being, you're actually creating more space to build a stronger connection, stronger foundation with this person. It's somebody that's very significant to you with the 2 of Cups. So again, this could be like a best friend type of person. It could be your partner. But it's like, it could even be somebody that is a family member of yours that is very important to you, like some relationship that you're really wanting to build. You have this new perspective on it with the Page of Crystals. You're able to show up just being like, it's not in this like conceited way, but it's knowing that like you don't have to earn their love by serving them. You get you exchange love because you're present. Okay. And that's also the thing. It's not just like I walk into the room and I demand all this attention by my presence. It's not that type of my presence alone is a gift. It's literally like, I'm going to be present with you. I'm literally present with you. I will sit with you in this, right? And like that's it. So it's not that's really like, I feel like maybe almost like journal on that sentiment, or really like understand what that means to be present. And that's the strong energy that I'm getting. Okay, so a lot about like deepening connection here. And I do feel like this is different than how you have operated in the past and past connections. And in fact, especially with the 5 of Crystals coming out, it's kind of telling me that like the way that you've functioned in relationships in the past, you might have thought that you were like doing good for the relationship. Maybe you're like an overfunctioner, a people pleaser. There may be some codependency tendencies here. And it's almost like you thought that by like doing, that you would earn connection, and you were actually like turning people away from you. And you've started to learn this more. You've been working on this with the Hermit card, with the Four of Crystals. And now that's why you're able to show up in this connection in a different way. King of Stars here. It's like, this is also that idea of like, he's already so rich, but he financially is, but I mean this more of like one of my favorite songs ever has a line that says, treasure is measured in units of love, which means you might be rich beyond your wildest dreams. It's beautiful. It's a song from Above and Beyond, if you know that group. But I feel like that's this, like the love units are by connection and presence and groundedness and like creating this sense of stability with each other. And that's how you build this 10 of Stars. That's the lesson of the week, I guess. So let me know how that's resonating for you. And also just sending love and support for whoever's in your life that seems like they need it, whatever they're going through this week.